Welcome, everybody, to Who's Your Band? I am Jeffrey Paul. I am joined by Sean Morton. How are you, Sean?
Jeff, I couldn't be any better. Couldn't be any better. We have our special topic tonight.
It is a good
talk
topic.
about once a year. It's something that, we can talk about, me and you. I mean, like, there's obvious things that me and you can't talk about. Like, it's hot boy summer coming up. You know what I mean? Summer's coming up. I'm a hot boy. So those kind of things you don't get. You know what I mean?
No.
You got to get into the right frame of mind. But summer comes along. What does that mean, Jeffrey?
It means concerts, in my opinion.
Concerts to me, man.
We're both big concert guys. And I got to be honest with you. I think this summer is going to be the summer of Jeff concert going. My plan is, now I don't always stick to my plan, but my plan is to go to more concerts and do less traveling for comedy and just try to go to see as many shows as I can see this summer.
It's the smart thing to do. Look, I break your chops tremendously, like multiple times a day, even without you knowing. But you are definitely one of the hardest working comics that I know. There's no question about that. I'm not talking about your act. We all know it's not good. I'm talking about like how much you work, and you really do bust your ass like 5-6 nights a week, which I could not do. Just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a grind, but I think this summer I'd like to see shows, and that's what I want to go over with you. Now, for those, I'm sure people know this, but for those who are just catching on to this show, I'm in New York, Sean is in New Jersey, and we wanted to talk about the upcoming tour schedule. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of really interesting shows coming up this summer. And right now, so we're going to use venues like PNC, Jones Beach, Madison Square Garden, and then we'll talk about some of the bigger tours. Yep. One of the things I'm kind of curious about is initially how tickets are priced, and then because there's so much in the market this summer, like more than last year for sure.
Yeah, right.
But because there's so much, what shows will keep their value and what shows value is going to go down, where you're going to be able to get tickets like for around $50-$60 for a decent show.
Yeah, I just saw I got an email from Live Nation about Motley Crüe ticket price drop.
Real
special code. With the special code, I think lawns were down to 35, and you can get like the 400 sections at PNC, which is like the back area, but you have seats for $50.
Well, let's go over some of the shows at PNC and tell me. And this isn't, by the way, this is just a partial list.
I will tell you one thing before you read your partial list of PNC. There is only one concert, just one, that I am guaranteed to go to this summer.
Well, I wonder if it's the same show
PNC.
that Adam is going to go to.
No, it's not.
I don't know if Adam is still there. But so starting off, I mean, again, this is just a partial list. And these are shows that I kind of find interesting, but there's a lot more shows. Let's just go with the PNC shows first. Mm-hmm. Okay. You have a show like Kid Rock. Any interest?
I've seen Kid Rock multiple times, and I don't think I would go again, only because he is extremely political in concert. And whether he's on my side of the fence or not, I don't want to hear that at a concert.
Okay, so now you look at that, right? Right, Adam just brought up. I think that's PNC. And
yep, that's PNC.
Yeah, it is PNC. Okay. Tickets are ridiculous for this price. Like, I mean, I'm not spending, over $200, close to $300 for 300 level seats to see Kid Rock.
No, I agree. And again, one of his problems was that because he's gotten so political, he has lost a lot of shows. They've canceled a bunch of shows on this tour for low ticket sales too.
Now, let's jump down to – now, this is an interesting show for me for a couple of reasons. One, it's a Monday, June 22nd. It's a Monday. I love that it's a Monday. Sammy Hagar, Rick Springfield. That's a good show, in my opinion.
That's probably going to happen. That's a pricey ticket.
It is. Now, if tickets drop, that's the type of – listen, I'm not spending – for most of these shows, I'm not spending $200.
No.
but I'll spend 100 and change to see these shows. Do you think now, does that show, does it stay a pricey show on a Monday because people are going to work, or does it go down in price because it's a Monday?
No, I think all these shows are going by name. You know what I mean? And I think if you're just looking at this list right here, how many bands are worth $100 a ticket for the whole lineup? If you're just looking at this screenshot right here, I think there's only 2 shows that I think are really 3 shows that are warranted for $100 ticket price.
Well, that leads me to, I looked at prices for Evanescence,
right?
Who I won't go. If one, it's a Friday night, and I'm usually working on a Friday night, but also it's like Evanescence with a support of Spirit Box and Nova Twins.
Spirit Box is actually bigger than Evanescence is at this point, and that's the reason why they're on this tour, is to help support, because Evanescence is not selling out PNC by themselves.
No, and the thing is, I saw Evanescence a couple of years ago, and I think, Adam, you were at the same show with Hailstorm opened up. I thought Hailstorm was the better act.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Then there's another show. I don't know why it's not. This is a partial list, Adam, because this doesn't have everything on it. But Santana and Doobie Brothers.
It was on. We just scrolled past it.
Oh, you did. Okay, is that a show that you would go see, Sean?
If I pop on Groupon and I'm not working that night, and I get a $20 lawn seat, and it's a nice weather night, all day.
I'm glad you appreciate a show like that. This was a show that I was looking forward to. I had never seen Santana, and just today I just booked this date, June 27th. Well, so I will not be going to it, but I would have liked.
You give me the gig and you go to the concert.
I'm not giving you the gig.
Huh. All right.
I need to work in the summer. I do. So I got you coming up on a gig anyway. Huh. I think also in June.
Yeah, 13th.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's a great show. I got you and Joey Gay. That's going to be a fucking.
Oh, that's cool. Show. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Adam, any chance of seeing Goose?
Yeah, so that's the wrong band.
You're thinking
of you like Geese?
Geese, yeah. Goose is a jam band.
Yeah, they're like Fish.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to see this.
And let me tell you something. I live 15 minutes door to door from PNC. So it's probably about 15, 16 miles away from my house. And I tell you, if Fish played there, I could smell the fucking concert from my house. Disgusting animals who go to see those places, those people.
Now this year, we're kind of like screwed out of a working weekend on July 4th. July 4th falls on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a kill. But the next night, I don't understand how the Guess Who with special guest Don Felder are going to be able to sell 20,000 tickets.
They're not. They're not.
No, I think that's a show where tickets come down, and that's a show I'll definitely go see then.
That's a show that gets free ticket upgrades where they close the lawn and they move everybody down to the seats.
Beautiful. I'll do that. I'll do that all day. I saw Burton Cummings solo. I saw Randy Bachman with Bachman Turner Overdrive about a year and a half ago. Both doing Guess Who songs. Now to see them with the Guess Who, and Felder is always a solid act. I think that's a good show to see, and I don't think that's going to be pricey.
I don't think it's going to be I think it's pricier than you think. I think it's pricier than you think it's going to be. You know what? You go to the next one. I'm going to go look up prices for the Guess Who.
Okay. Now, this is another. I'm leaving off a lot of the country stuff here because I'm really not interested in it. I know you are a big country fan. I'm not. I mean, not that I dislike country. I'm just like more excited for the rock bands and the classic rock band. And this is an interesting tour to me. Toto, Christopher Cross, The Romantics. What do you think that is going to be in terms of price? And do you think there's going to be people wanting to go see this show?
Who's it sponsored by? Fucking Miralax and Prilosec?
I don't care. Well, when it's a Saturday, it's going that could also boost sales on a show.
Just so you know, tickets for the Guess Who for the 400 section are $55 a piece.
Yeah, so the tickets are going to come. That show is not going to sell out.
And if you look at the map, If you look at the map of the show,
what are tickets like in the 300s and 200s?
the 400s are wide open. They're completely wide open. The 300s are wide open on the sides, and the middle is a little full. And the 100s and 200s are kind of full. They're kind of sold, but yeah, that's not a show that's gonna have any chance of selling out anytime soon.
No, so I can see tickets coming down for that a little bit. But what do you think about Toto, Christopher Cross, Romantic? Is this a show you would go see?
I would, actually, because it's not a there's certain venues for certain bands, if that makes sense. Like I went to go see Testament, which is a thrash metal band, and I saw them at Starland, and it was sold out. So it means it was 1,800 people in there, and you need that kind of energy, for a thrash metal show in a small place, tons of people. A chill, relaxing show like Toto and Christopher Cross and the Romantics. You sit outside on a blanket, you're hearing some yacht rock, you have a couple fucking drinks, you smoke a joint, and it's a great night. I have no problem going to that show at all.
Well, that last year, Toto, Christopher Cross, and Men at Work were playing PNC.
Yeah, right. And now Men at Work are headlining a tour.
Yeah.
That's equally as bad as this. I'm
going to forego that show because I personally would much rather go to. We definitely don't want to go to Neo, right? I mean, I don't think we need to go see Neo.
No, Neo and Akon. I'm not going to go see that. I'm not interested in 311. Train Bare Naked Lady, Matt Nathanson.
That's a good show too. That's a fun show. It's a light show. It's I think people a little bit younger than us and kind of like in their late 30s, early 40s. It's that whole 90s era that they grew up with. I don't mind that show. I'm very surprised Muse is playing PNC, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I am not a fan of theirs at all. But they are a monstrous band to be playing fucking PNC.
That show had to have sold out right away.
It's close to it, yeah.
Let me see.
Sean, you got pull up the tickets on that show. See what you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it now.
So Muse on the secondary market is actually not bad. 135 for the 400 section. I would have expected a lot more.
You can still get lawn seats for $67 for Muse, which, honest to God, is not bad because I have seen $100 lawn seats for PNC. Yeah. But this show is not sold out in the least bit. The 400 section is wide, and the 300 section is wide open.
I'm telling you, as it gets closer, and it's a Wednesday night too. Yeah, I don't see that show selling out. I can see. I always tell people this, and people who listen to the show should listen to me about this. If this is a band, if you like Muse, if you're not really it won't kill you if you miss them, but you like to see them. I would wait. I'd wait to either the week of the show, the day before the show, even the day of. And I think you'll see prices drop significantly.
Well, I think the entire 400 section is wide open.
Wow.
We saw this a couple of years ago with Guns N' Roses, where tickets were coming out of Giant Stadium, and they were going for $600. They dropped to $300. The week of the show, you can get in for under $100.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to see System of a Down last summer, same thing. They sold out so quick, and they were like $200 a piece. And then I think the day of the show, I think it was $80 seats or $70 seats.
Right. Now, again, you have to, it's a little bit of a risk because if the show you absolutely want to see, then there's a chance that you may not get it.
Right.
But if it's a show that you're like, I can go either way on it and you're willing to wait, you can wind up getting a ticket at a decent price.
How much do you think the last row in the 400 section, the last row for Muse is?
I mean, how much could it be? I mean, for Muse, and the way you're putting it,
$64. So how much is the last row in the 400 section?
No more than 125. It can't be.
$122.50.
Yeah,
for the last row. The 300 section was $181 a piece.
Yeah, a hard pass. Yeah. Any chance on going to see John Mellencamp? And keep it in mind, he's doing a greatest hits tour.
That is one of two shows that I am guaranteed to go to this summer.
Wow, really? That's one of them?
That's one of them. I've always been a gigantic John Mellencamp fan.
Have you ever seen him?
Never seen him live, so it's a bucket list thing. So I have to go to this concert.
Okay. I've seen him. I've seen him multiple times. Last time I saw him, little disappointing. You know, he don't sing as well as he used to. The tempo of the songs are toned down a little bit, but this may be a little bit different. He hasn't toured in a little bit. And again, this is going to be a greatest hits tour.
Yeah.
I think he's going to surprise people this summer.
I think so too. I'm looking forward to
now,
it.
this is a show that I want to see. And it's on another one that's on a Sunday, which I like. That I don't work on Sunday. Leonard Skinner, Foreigner. Two legendary bands, not one original member in any of these two bands. Anyone's going to be on the stage. No one has played on a record.
Yeah, I don't need to go to that show at all. At all. I don't give a shit about Foreigner. I love some Skinner, but like you said, it's a cover band at this point. If that's the point, I'll pay a $5 bar charge and I'll watch a cover band, then have to go drive and pay $50 to park and watch a cover band play Leonard Skinner.
You know, that's the other thing about PNC is the parking, man. Sometimes the parking can be more expensive than the ticket.
I get free parking, Jeffrey.
You know, I'm gonna have to hook on your wagon on some shows this summer.
You could do that.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? Motley Crüe. I think we're going to wind up going to that show.
Is this something that we're doing? Motley Crüe, Tesla Extreme. Is this something that we're doing?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to, no matter what. I mean, it's a Friday night. You got to do it. You got to do it for the goof.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not booking anything, I think I am going to that show. That's
what
one of those shows. What
you do is just block the day out of your calendar, Jeffrey. You don't have to work in fucking Scrapple, Pennsylvania on fucking that Friday night.
I do like Scrapple, Pennsylvania.
You know,
they make good Johnny cakes.
They make good Johnny cakes, exactly. But like, you can take a day.
Adam, you got that reference?
Oh yeah, Sopranos.
Adam is our own little Johnny Cakes.
You're not going to get
Try
a
the
Sopranos
Johnny
reference
cake.
past me.
Jimmy,
the gayest thing on The Sopranos was when Vito made dinner for Johnny Cakes, and he goes, and I made it with an extra bell pepper, and he goes like, he twists his cheek.
It's fucking terrible.
Someone was fucking Vito.
Oh, it's so terrible. Still one of my least favorite guests on the show, by the way.
Yeah, Joey Gaspoli.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah,
he was a dick.
He was not engaging.
I'm glad he got whacked.
Yeah, good. I'm glad he got this pool cue stuck up his asshole. How about Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson? Any interest in this show?
Yeah, again, that's going to be a game time. I'm not going to pre-buy tickets for that. I'll get them probably same day. I've seen these bands so many times. Like, that's the thing. I've seen Manson if I've seen Manson and Rob Zombie combined 15 times together, I have. So it's not a lot of new shit that you're going to hear, nor do you want to hear new shit a lot of times. But Rob Zombie's new record is pretty good. I will say it's a little more old school. I don't know.
There's a lot of crazy shows out here. But I threw this one in there because for some reason, this is a show I could see Sean Morton surprising people saying, no, I'm going to go for the nostalgic part. I could see you going to see TLC, Salt-N-Pepa, and Vogue.
That is the second show that I am going to.
Are you kidding? Did I get that?
Yep, 100%. I am 1,000% going to that concert.
Do I know Sean Morton?
You know Sean Morton, I will tell you. But let me tell you that, you know what it was? I saw I think it was the Grammys. They did a little reunion thing on there, and they did like a medley of all three bands, and they were fucking great, dude. Oh no, it was the iHeartRadio Awards that was on like 2 weeks ago, and they all came out. They sounded great. They weren't to a track. I mean, they were to a track, but they weren't lip syncing. They all sounded great, and I was like, you know what? Sign me up. I am absolutely going to that show.
Wow, I can't believe that's the show I got. Like, because I could also see you going to Wu-Tang Clan because you like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No, I don't, but I appreciate. Look, I've seen Wu-Tang before. I think I mentioned it on the show. To this day, still the most violent show I ever went to in my entire life. But I appreciate them, and this is probably their final tour together, and this is the last chance to see them. So I think if I have to make a choice, I'm still going to TLC. If I get free tickets to both, I'm going to both.
And just a side note before we wrap up here on PNC and move over to another venue, I noticed on Friday, August 21st, Howard Jones is headlining. Now, 3 years ago, I went and he was the band that came on at like 6:30. He was the first. He was on. It was Culture Club. It was Berlin and Howard Jones, and now Howard Jones is headlining PNC.
Yeah, but have they announced who the rest of the show is?
Yes. Yeah, it's no one great. It's someone like I think like English Beat and some other jagoff 80s. Some of the jagoff 80s, new wave, something that you see on channel 33 on Sirius XM.
It's Richard Blade. I don't know who that is.
So Richard Blade is the host. He's the host on First Wave.
Okay, so it's the English Beat, Modern English, Wang Chung, and Howard Jones. That's a hard fucking no.
How many? I saw. Not only did I saw, I had to go on stage at a Modern English concert because I was giving away David Bowie tickets for a ticket scalper. And we had a drawing and we announced the winner. Modern English twice. The only time I've ever seen this. Twice did I Melt With You.
I saw Seven Dust do that one time.
Yeah. Come on, you can't do a song twice.
It was their first album, and they had this monster radio hits. They opened up with it, and then they just said "fuck it," and they encored it with it again.
It's
terrible. Tough. That's a tough one.
Yeah. And so Modern English, you're going to see them do I Melt With You. Wang Chung, I saw over the summer. They were, if they're doing 20 minutes, you can get by. Anything more than that, you're going to be like, oh, what's going on here? And who's the other? English Beat?
English Beat. I don't even know who that is.
No. And Howard Jones isn't bad. He has one of the best bass players in his band. And that bass player is Nick Biggs, who was the bass player in Kajagoogoo. And the opening riff to Too Shy is considered one of the hardest bass riffs to play. Kind of equated to Van Halen's opening guitar solo in Mean Streets.
Really? I'll play it after the show and see it. And then I'll grab my bass and I'll fucking learn how to play it in 3 minutes.
You won't be able. It's the way he plays. It's a special bass and it's a tapping method. I remember reading about this and watching videos on this, and it really is a difficult bass. All right, so now a couple of shows at Jones Beach that are not at PNC, which I think.
So now this is another thing. This is a whole other level. It's a whole other level. Because first of all, Long Island sucks to get to. Let's just be honest, right?
It does.
It's
absolutely
fucking terrible to get there.
As you're saying this is where I'm going to be tomorrow.
Right.
If I leave now. Okay, I can get there in an hour and a half, hour and 40. If I leave when I have to be there in time for the show, it's going to be a 2 hour and 40 fucking minute.
Where do you got to go on the island?
Smithtown.
That's a hike.
I have no idea where it is.
Yeah, that's not in a great spot. So yeah, from where you are, you got at least two and a half hours.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be, the commute's going to be bad going there. Coming home would be fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love going to Governors. When I do Governors, it's like it takes me 3 hours to get there, but as soon as I'm done, I'm home in an hour and 7 minutes.
Do you remember it was like the pandemic, and it was during the summertime. It was an outdoor show. Me and you met in Long Island. We were all the way out there. We did a John Butera gig. And
that was
do you remember
a bad spot? Well, what it was. That's in the northern part of Long Island.
Ooh.
That pizza place that was outside underneath tents with like fucking 97 gift baskets behind us the whole show.
Right.
Yeah. I remember that show.
A couple of things I remember. I came from that show. I did a show in Queens earlier. Right. And I figured, I'm going to have no problem getting there. And then, it took me forever to get from Queens just to get onto the highway.
Yeah, I think it took me close to 4 hours to get there that day.
Yeah, I remember you were bugging out. And then that was also the night that the Nets lost because Kevin Durant stepped on the line. Yep. If he doesn't step on the line, the Nets win that series, and they're probably going to win the NBA championship.
Weren't we watching the game inside the pizza place?
We were, and then I was listening to it on the way home.
Yeah.
it went to overtime.
I also remember that gig too. That I was extremely pissed because you had a great set.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of like a dick thing to be pissed about.
No.
You're going to be upset that one of your good buddies is having a good set?
Yeah. Like, I want to hear about it from somebody else. I don't want to witness it.
You witnessed this several times. We did that show.
No, it was just the one time. It was the one time. It was the one time.
Oh, in New Egypt, I didn't have a good set.
No, it was the one time. So it was it's just hard. It's hard. Like, you want to hear. No, you did good in New Egypt too. That was a good show. But yeah. Lightning struck twice. What am I gonna tell you?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes the squirrel catches it twice. But Jones Beach, okay, it is hard to get to.
Yes.
But so you leave early and you make a day out of it.
I've never been.
Now, you've never been to Jones Beach?
No, I have never been.
Oh, it's not a bad venue, to be honest with you. I think PNC is actually better, but they have some interesting shows. A couple that I'm like, I may have to go to them depending on the day. I'm gonna have to really look at the date and what I'm doing. But to start things off, you have Triumph. Now you see right there, Friday, June 5th, Triumph. Is anyone interested in this show?
No. I mean, they have to have monster opening acts too.
There is no monster opening. It may be a night of Triumph.
I don't know how how is that even booked? Like, that should be like
they haven't played in years. They're excellent band. April Wine is on this show.
It's a Friday night.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's what it says there.
There's no way.
April Wine is the opening act. Yeah. They're the opening act. Yeah.
Holy shit! That's a great show.
Yeah, there's no chance.
Canadian powerhouses.
And I'm just looking at the tickets for the show.
Not bad.
Would say now I've never been to Jones Beach, so I'm just looking by the. I would say it's about 15% sold.
Yeah, I am shocked by that. This is a show I may have to go see.
Wait, so you're going to take a Friday night off?
I love this band.
You're going to take a Friday night off of comedy to drive to Long Island in the summertime to see a shit band.
It's not a shit band. This is an amazing band. The closest I ever came to seeing Triumph was I saw the lead guitarist singer Rick Emmett as the opening act for Dennis DeYoung in New Jersey at the Old House of Blues.
Oh, in AC?
Yeah. And I loved it. I've seen Triumph in their heyday, and they were great then. But I just over the years just really love this band. I love Triumph. I may have to go out and see this show.
You might be on your own with that one. Well, you will be on your own for that one.
I may. Then you also, this is a great show. Two classic bands who I've seen at least, I'm going to say close to at least a half dozen times, probably more, Chicago and Styx playing together. Now, they've never played together before. Is this a show that you would go see?
Probably not.
That's a good show, though.
Not my thing. Like, if I'm looking at this screen right here, I'm going to go probably with the train concert over the Chicago concert.
Oh, it's a Thursday night. The traffic shouldn't be too bad.
No, a Thursday night, because no one's going to the Hamptons for a long 3-day weekend in Long Island, Jeff.
I don't think so. I think the traffic will be fine.
Well, I'll tell you what. You text me when you get there.
I'm leaving now.
Yeah. You used that fucking hack joke twice already today. Let's go for 3.
I'm just going to, I know. I got to come up with a different line.
Because you're the first person who came up with, I got to leave tomorrow to get to Long Island on a Saturday.
There are 2 jokes that I hate that comics do. When they're saying, I'm in Staten Island, so I left Tuesday to get here. I fucking hate that.
Uh-huh.
And then I hate when people refer to Staten Island as Staten Italy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's infuriating. I'm not even from there. Okay. I went to school there and I'm familiar with it. I love it there. I do. I truly love the island. That is infuriating.
That's a terrible joke. And then the other joke I hate is when people, I've seen this several times. You ever see the hands where you put your hands behind your back and you call an audience member up and you go, hey, can you wipe my nose? Oh, I have a little itch on my
we're
chin.
We're going to drive a car. Yeah, we're going to drive a car.
Yeah.
No, we got to make a left. No, that's left. Ugh.
Right. And then you're like, hey, can you fix my zipper? And that's the wild part of the act.
And the worst part is like there's 4 comics that are still alive that think they wrote that joke, which is from vaudeville about, I don't know,
that is maybe a vaudeville
90,
joke.
100-year-old joke.
It's
and people are convinced that they wrote this.
Yeah, that's as hack. And listen, I don't hack. I get it on the road. You know, you do it. People love that shit. But man, don't come off as high and mighty if you're going to do that in your act.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%.
100%. Again, I have no problem with people doing it. I mean, but. Again, okay. So now here's another show this is a show that I really want to see.
Okay.
Deep Purple, Kansas, Jefferson Starship.
Jeff, if you are buying the tickets, paying for my dinner, picking me up, dropping me off in the front, buying my weed, buying all my drinks and food, I'm still not going to that show with you.
You wouldn't go see this show?
No, absolutely not.
I gotta say, I saw Deep Purple a few years ago. This is way before the pandemic. This is before the pandemic. They were the headliners. Judas Priest was the opening act.
Really?
And by the time they were in the middle of their set, Deep Purple, I would say at least half of PNC was gone.
Yeah, you can't top that. When you have a monster act going before you, you can't be the lesser of act. You know what I mean?
Priest did it as a respect to Deep Purple. I mean, they gotta be. Adam, would you say they're in their 80s?
Late 70s, yeah.
Easy, late 70s. Ian Gillan, he's got to be close to 80. He's got to be like right there.
He's 80, yeah.
He is 80, okay, yeah. Now, what's that song? I love Highway Star, which they usually open with. Smoke on the Water, and there's that. So was it something in space? I just got into the song. It's a really cool song. You don't realize how many like good.
I'm not a fan. I've just never been a fan of them.
I saw Kansas about a month ago. I saw them in February. So a little bit more than a month ago. And amazing. They were great. The only thing is not one original member. Now they still have 2 original members that perform with them, but they're both on hiatus right now for various ailments. But the band that was on that stage that night, they were an excellent, excellent band. And Jefferson Starship, I think they have one or maybe I've seen them. They opened up they were on the Bret Michaels tour.
Yep.
I think there's one original member.
Chris Stapleton, I mean, look, if you really want to go to a concert, I'm telling you, that's the show you need to go to. You're not a country guy. I know that. But if you want to talk about great music, John Fogerty and Steve Winwood.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up to you. Is that a show that you guys?
Yeah, that's the same night as TLC and Vogue with Salt-N-Pepa right in my backyard. I can't go to that shit, yo.
No, I don't blame you. But that's a good show. Have you ever seen Fogerty?
No, Fogerty and Mellencamp are on my list to see this year because Fogerty's still touring solo.
You should have seen him about a month and a half ago. He played New Jersey Pact.
Yeah, I know. I missed it. But he's also playing Hard Rock soon, so I'm going to try and do that for sure.
I heard he still sounds great. I saw him back in the 90s, and it was awesome.
He still sounds great. He still sounds really, really good for 81 years old.
I mean, not just his solo stuff, but the CCR stuff is unbelievable.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
You know, he opened up with Down on the Bayou, which is a great opener. And it's just one classic hit after the other. Great act.
I agree.
Now you got a couple of other tours that are coming around. And I'm curious of what you guys think about this.
Okay.
One, 10 nights at Madison Square Garden. Any interest in seeing Bon Jovi?
No. I mean, even though I know his voice has gotten better, he's had surgery, he's done all the therapy. First off, fuck him, because you know what? Why are you doing it in New York and you're fucking New Jersey? You don't do 5 and 5. You got to do 10 fucking nights at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I think he's doing 10 nights.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I mean, do 5 at Prudential, 5 in New York if you're going to do that, or do like MetLife one night, or do the Link one night in Philly.
Why'd you call it the Link? Why couldn't you just call it Lincoln Memorial? Whatever?
Because listen, I got a lot of friends who are from Philadelphia. I already committed to going down there for a Phillies Mets game.
That's great, but why do you call it the Link? Yeah, like you're in the know, you're a cool guy.
Jeff, the locals call that. They call it the Link. After the game, you go to Skinny Joey's, you get a cheesesteak, and then you're back on the highway.
I hope you choke on that cheesesteak.
The what? The cheesesteak?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. Now, I could see you in your fucking shorts with your chubby legs going to this concert.
Yeah,
because you want to show, hey man, I'm into modern music. I'm not a boomer.
Let's see.
You would go see 30 nights. This guy is playing 30 nights at Madison Square Garden, August through October 31st. Harry Styles.
I 1,000% would see a Harry Styles concert. 1,000%.
Why? Because he's gonna do Sugar Watermelon. You go, oh yeah.
No, Watermelon Sugar High. That's what it's called. Watermelon Sugar. No, I really like Harry. I've always liked him, and I wasn't a One Direction fan. That's a little fucking gay. You know what I mean? But when he came out with the solo stuff, I've been telling you for a long time that he is this generation's equivalent of David Bowie.
I don't see that.
100%.
Bowie was cutting edge.
100%. It's fashion. He draws that line of like androgyny, or if you don't know if he's with a chick or if he's blowing a dude one day, like he blurs that line. He's got the fashion. He's got the kind of like pop, synth rock kind of vibe that Bowie does too. I see it.
Adam, do you like this Harry Styles?
I'm actually, I couldn't even tell you one of his songs, so I'm trying to find a song here.
Put on Kiwi.
Kiwi?
Kiwi, like the fruit.
So all the songs are about fruit. Maybe he's trying to tell us something.
Could be. Watermelon, kiwi.
Maybe there's hidden meanings.
Song about bananas, maybe?
Yeah. Banana Hammock is one of his big songs. His other song is I take a banana and put 2 cherries underneath it. It turns me on. I think that's one of his songs.
I would not put that in your set.
I'm opening with that tomorrow night. In fact.
Strangely enough, I'm not surprised.
That's as good as I got. How about this? I can't. This is a show I don't understand how it's selling.
Which one? At
Citi Field. You know what Citi Field is?
Yeah, where the Mets play.
Right. I don't call it Citi. I call it Citi Field. Okay. My Chemical Romance doing the Black Parade album with opening act Franz Ferdinand.
Dude, they played 2 nights at MetLife and sold it out.
But they're a New Jersey band.
No, they sold out stadiums across the country on their tour.
They're that big?
They were just the standout band from that.
That album is that big.
And that album is one of the biggest albums in 25 years, dude.
I always thought that song, The Black Parade, was that generation's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's a great dude. That record is solid top to bottom.
But my son, who's 24 years old, him and his friends love that song, and they love My Chemical Romance. Is there anything in in pop culture now that My Chemical Romance has made like a comeback in it?
Yeah, it's the Hot Topic trend. You know what I mean? It's like that.
I don't play them. Like, why? How would my son, who's 24, is it all part of a show? Some type of show that you guys would watch? I don't really watch TV.
No, it's just one of those things where like they Look, let's just be honest, okay? There could be fucking people our age went to see My Chemical Romance, and then we had kids when they first came out, and now it's 25 years later, and guess what? Your kids grow up listening to the same music that you, because you're playing it all the time, and there's a whole new generation that listens to My Chemical Romance because of that.
I went to a wedding last May, as my nephew. He's 26 years old. And that was like, they did like an Italian set because it was an Italian wedding. They played pop, but then they did this rock set. And when they played that song, I mean, everyone lost their minds because you had people my age, you had young, everyone was on the dance floor, everyone's jumping, and it was so much fun. But I was like, how does everybody know this song?
Dude, it was a big, big song. Plus, it was also still at the very end of when MTV was still big with videos, and their videos were being played all the time, you know, on TRL and shit like that. So that's why they were so big. But little known fact, Jeff, this is a true story too. My Chemical Romance opened up for my band like 4 times.
You and this band.
I'm telling you, they did. They were from Belleville. So we played the same circuit. We played the same circuit of all these little shitty places. And there was like 4 shows where I vividly remember they were the opening act, and we played middle, and then there was a headliner after that.
And look at you now! You have to wake up 4:00 in the morning, and they're playing. City.
Yeah, and now I gotta go fucking spend $200 a ticket to go see them at MetLife on their reunion tour.
Things just don't work out. But you know what, Sean? I'll make it up to you on this concert.
Go ahead. Let's see.
I've been trying to get tickets. I'm hoping they drop a little bit because the ticket prices for this show are through the roof. They're playing, I think, 4 or 5 nights, at least 4 nights that I know of. Rush at Madison Square Garden.
You'll catch me at Deep Purple before you'll catch me at the Rush show. I'll tell you that right now.
If you had a choice between Deep Purple, Kansas, Jefferson Starship, or Rush, who are you going to see?
Oh, Deep Purple every night of the week.
How are you not going to see Rush?
They're terrible. They're terrible.
I am prepared. I was willing to spend at least $600-700. That my friends don't want to spend that much. So we're trying to find. No, we're trying to find tickets for about $400.
They are ludicrous to charge this much money with fucking Neil Peart in the ground.
Oh, but it's a new singer, a new drummer.
Yeah, because they're Neil Peart, who is probably
and they haven't played in 10 years.
One of the 3 best drummers of all time. As much as I hate the band, I can't discount how great of musicians they are. Oh, you can't tour that band. I'm sorry. That's not a band. That's 3 people that needed to be together. You can't.
Here's the other thing. They're not touring as a 3-piece either. I think they have at least 2 more members in the band. I think they are having a rhythm guitar, but there's going to be a little bit more sound.
Yeah, of course you need to balance it out, because then what happens? You hear the vocal imperfections when there's less band behind you.
Well, also, I mean, Geddy's got to be in his 70s by now.
He's probably close to 80 as well.
Yeah, and 10 years ago, he was kind of struggling with his voice. But again, you know, massaging it 10 years later, I'm hoping. I mean, this is a band I absolutely, really freaking love. I have to see them.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you spend the $700 and just go by yourself?
No, I won't go there. I mean, I have to go with my friends.
Why?
Because this is what we used to do. We used to put on 20. This is what we used to do when we were juniors in high school. We used to go to my friend Stan's house. We used to smoke a lot of weed, right? Then we would go.
Terrible thing to do, by the way.
We would put on side 1 of 2112. Go into his. Now it's going to sound a little gay, but we went to his parents' bedroom. Had this huge bed,
and we all sucked each other's peckers.
Shut off all the lights and just fight, like wrestle until the end of 2112.
And how many times did Jeff? What was your friend's name?
And my friend Stan and my friend Snapper. And I think my friend Larry was part of this as well.
Okay, so Stan, Snapper, and Larry. So Adam, you know what happened at one point, right? So at one point it was Jeff, Stan, Snapper, and Harry, right?
Larry,
Stan, Jeff, Stan, Snapper, and Harry. Larry. Okay. At one point, Larry and Snapper leave, right? Jeff's just standing there with his one friend in the dark, right? And you know what happens? This happened at least twice, where Jeff goes, you know, I'm not saying that I like guys. But, if I did, I'd want them to be just like you.
No, what we used to do.
And then they sucked each other's peckers after that.
Peckers. No, we used to kick the shit out of each other because like the lights would be off. You wouldn't know where like a punch or an elbow or something was coming from. And the point was to throw the guy off the bed. And you had to like try and stay on. Do you
understand how fucking gay that sounds? Like I swear on anything, on everything holy in my life, if you said to me, the four of us fucked each other's brains out, I would have been like, you know what, dude, go get yours. But no, you want to fucking wrestle in the dark with three dudes in a listening to Rush in the darkness. That is the gayest thing I've ever heard.
Like you know the overture in 2112, right?
Yeah.
When it would kick in, that would get the adrenaline going. And then like you would like grab your friend, try and throw him off the bed.
No. No, that's never happened.
And the thing is, in high school, we were all on the wrestling team too. You never did that because the bed was like a ring, like a wrestling ring. It was a big bed. It wasn't like a twin bed. It was like a king.
So you're justifying the size of the bed that you shared with three other men in the dark listening to Rush?
I'm trying to paint a picture here.
You've painted a picture, Jeff. It's a vision I'll never get out of my head.
Adam, have you ever tried that? Have you ever done that with your friends?
No.
You never wrestled with your friends?
No.
And listen, I mean this with all love and respect. But like out of the three of us, Adam is definitely the gayest, right? And for him to say that he's never done that, you trumped him on that one.
Adam's also very, very passive.
True.
He's like a gentleman.
It's true.
Yeah. He moisturizes daily.
No. He doesn't moisturize, but he does use beard oil, I guarantee. Right, Adam?
He definitely uses beard oil.
I've used beard oil. I don't use beard oil, but I have used the beard wash, though.
Oh, yeah. You have a brush, too, don't you?
Adam, do you moisturize?
No, I actually don't have the brush.
Do you moisturize?
No.
Do you exfoliate?
No.
You know what? I got to say, I moisturize every day.
Well, you have to with that fucking forehead. Jesus Christ.
I use Pinnacle.
Pinnacle? What the hell is that?
Oh, it's this great moisturizer.
Do you know what the best scent in the world is? Do you remember when we were growing up, and you could still find it once in a while, like an old school place? Soap? No. When you went to the old barber shop, like the old man barber shop, and at the end it'd put the fucking Pinaud talcum powder on.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Best scent on the planet. I actually bought some from Amazon, and you know what I did? I sprinkled it on my fucking carpet, and I vacuumed my carpets. That way my carpets smell like Pinaud.
I thought you were going to say you put it on your sweaty balls and it caked up.
No, that's an old joke of mine too.
Did you have a joke like that?
Seven other people did too.
Is it as good as this joke when there's like a fat guy and he brings a girl up on stage and then he does a lap dance to her?
Yeah, and then pulls out a pair of underwear maybe.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. And hopefully, if all goes well, they fall off that stage that night too.
One time I was at the Hartford Funny Bone and I was with this guy and that was his closer. So he had, I think I was hosting a featuring, and he had me and whoever was the other comic on the show, and we had to come out at the end of the show and do a lap dance with the guy. But then his big thing at the end is he takes his shirt off, and because he was a big fat guy, he would put his tits in her face.
Yeah,
you get it?
It's so witty.
Because normally it would be the other way around, but this time it was him doing it to the girl.
I'll tell you a fucked up story. So I'm working at the Borgata 1 week, and I was working with the hell was his name? Greg Morton. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I've heard of Greg Morton.
He's a black guy. He's a light-skinned black guy from the Midwest. I think he was on like Last Comic Standing. Very, very, very nice guy, right? Does this gimmick where at the end he asked me if I can help him. I go, what do I got to do? He goes, well, I do a James Brown imitation. So what I need you to do is, come and put the robe on me, and then I'm going to walk me out. And then I run back to the microphone and I start doing the, right? So I had to do it 3 times. And then the third time I dragged him off the stage, right? So no big deal. He tells me how to do it, right? First night, it's working great. Dude, Saturday night was fucking banging. We got a great reaction. Sunday, my whole family's there. All my friends are there. I wasn't wearing my Converse that I had on the night before. I decided to get dressed up and I wore boots, right? Very slick boots. So
I see where this is going.
Oh, yeah. So he runs out the first time and I drag him back. Second time, drag him back. Third time, I'm dragging him back. And I'm like, I'm going down. I'm fucking going down. And then boom, both of us go down right as I clear the curtain. So all you see is my fat little legs up in the air, fucking dangling, right?
Was he pissed?
He goes to me after the show. He goes, can we do that again tomorrow? I didn't think to do that. That was great thinking of yours.
It was a Monday night show?
It was probably the Sunday or Monday. I could be off on a day, right? But he goes, can we do that again? I'm like, do you fucking think I planned on falling flat on my ass in front of 800 fucking people? No. Not a fun thing to do when you're on stage. So I do feel bad when comics fall off the stage, even though I'm just making fun of them.
Well, the classic one was Coleman Green falling off the stage. Do you ever see the video of that?
That's what I was talking
He goes around. Yeah, he goes and shows it to people. It's pretty funny. All right, so there's a couple more shows I just wanted to before we wrap up here. Somehow they're still touring, and they're playing Mohegan Sun for 2 nights. Metallica.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to go to that because I have a connection at Mohegan Sun. So I will definitely. I'm going to go to the Saturday show for that for sure.
Yeah, that's a banger, man.
Because there's not a bad seat in Mohegan Sun.
No. It's kind of like the Hard Rock.
Yeah, it's the same kind of arena, exactly. Same size, same everything. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
And this is a show I could see you going to. Although, if you didn't, you would have a weird reason for it. And I thought Adam would be into the show too. Bruno Mars, I believe, is playing MetLife.
Too much money. Only reason why.
How much is tickets going for?
Tickets were like almost in the thousands.
Is this like Taylor Swift?
Rung or two below, but yeah, the tickets were astronomical. Like tickets face value were just astronomical for this show.
I mean, Terry's a huge Bruno Mars fan, but I also heard he's doing more of his funk stuff, which he doesn't like as much.
Oh, really? Well, at MetLife though, he's doing funk stuff at MetLife.
Yeah, I heard he's doing funk.
Well, bring in the noise, bring in the funk, right?
Yeah.
Limited view seating in section 142. So you're going to have the big ass speakers blocking you, or $397.
I wouldn't go. I would never get limited view seating.
So then the rest of it's sold out. So verified resale, you're going to sit in the upper 300s for $300.
What about if you go in a section below?
Well, that's just for ticket. That's just for like resale. You know what I mean? All the 300s. I mean, it's insane how much.
Is he doing multiple nights at MetLife?
I think 2 or 3.
I don't know. I'd have to see when they are. And
Section 233, row 11 is $660.
Yeah, $1,200, over $1,200 for tickets to see Bruno Mars.
Right.
I mean, you know how many times I could see Rush for that? I'd rather see Rush.
No, thank you.
I'd rather see Rush multiple nights. And then this show,
if you told me, like, no joke, and this is how I want to end the show. I goof. I do love you. You're a good friend of mine. You really are a good friend of mine. You're probably my best friend in comedy. I will tell you that. If you told me that your life depended on me going to see Rush 2 nights in a row in concert,
wouldn't do
it. I will make sure that your wife finds a suitable replacement. Because you're dead. I mean, like, you're gone. There's no chance I'm ever going to that show.
What is this? What is this hatred towards Rush?
Since I was a kid, I hated them. I like 2 songs that were off like an album in the 90s. They used to play on like rock radio, like Cold Fire, and there was another one. I forgot the name of the song, but it was like,
you probably like Working Man. That's a good song.
No, I don't. It was like 2 songs they used to play on like K-Rock all the time in like the late 90s, like 93, 94.
Well, they always used to play either Fly By Night. They would play Spirit of Radio. They would play Limelight. I mean, these are great songs.
They're really not. I mean, a lot of people like. No, it's not good, Jeff. I'm sorry. It's just really not that good. I'm trying to find the name of the song.
Was it what's the song? Subdivisions?
No, I'm trying to figure out I was driving at this point, so I kind of knew.
Distant Early Warning.
Stick It Out.
What is it called?
Stick It Out.
Here we go. You got some deep tracks here.
Yeah, Stick It Out and Cold Fire were the only 2 songs that I knew. It was off the Counterparts album.
In fact, the day that I got married, I remember playing on my CD. I played the whole Roll the Bones album. What about these 2? Well, one of these shows you're coming with me. Iron Maiden.
I'm contemplating it.
You're going. Tickets are already bought, so you're there. And also, this just came out today.
Okay.
Just tickets about to go on sale. Any interest, Adam? Any interest? Billy Idol.
Where?
I'm not sure. I didn't see a venue. It may be Jones Beach. It could be Jones Beach.
That's a depend on where kind of show.
That would depend on a good opening act.
Like, okay, PNC, yeah. I'm going to go that any day of the week. I will go see that. He's playing at Mohegan Sun.
That's it?
Mohegan Sun, and he's doing the Pavilion in Scranton. And that's it. Those are the closest 2 shows for us.
I don't know.
But yeah, Mohegan Sun is that's a big place for him to play. I don't think he's feeling that, to be honest. But they have no opening act announced either yet.
Last time he played, he toured with Joan Jett, who, in my opinion, is still the most overrated Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member.
You see it every episode.
Because she has 2 cover songs. Those are her 2 big hits. Her 2 biggest hits, Crimson and Clover, I Love Rock and Roll, are both cover hits. If she isn't a lesbian female rocker, is she in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I think she's still a rock and roller.
See, I think Melissa Etheridge is more deserving than her.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think
Sheryl Crow, who just got in, is more deserving.
Yeah, and different artists. You know, it's also a pop culture thing too with Joan Jett too. There wasn't a lot of female rock stars out in the 80s. She was probably the female rock star in the 80s. Besides Heart, I would say.
What about Pat Benatar?
Yeah, a little bit harder rock than Pat Benatar.
I don't know, man.
Poor pop star.
Fire and Ice, Hell is for Children, Promises in the Dark. Those are great, great rock songs.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Heart changes their sound in like the 80s, 90s, when they get a different producer. But early Heart, like Barracuda, Magic Man, Crazy on You, those were great, great rock songs too.
Right, but that's 70s stuff too. So there was tons of 70s rock out there. But all right, we got some good concerts coming up this summer. I'm happy.
I am really looking forward. And let me tell you something. I am not going to be putting in as many avails. I am not going to be pursuing shows. I mean, if someone hits me up, and I'm available, I'll do and the money is good and it's a good show, or if I just like the people on it, I'll do the show. That's my criteria. But I'm thinking about this summer as being the summer of Jeff and seeing a lot of shows and going to some baseball games.
I am too. I'm planning on a couple. I'm hemming and hawing and trying to decide how I want to spend my 50th birthday. Do I want to go to Philly to the Link and see the Foo Fighters? Or do I want to go to Yankee Stadium and see the Yankees play an afternoon game?
Wait, this summer is your 50th?
Yeah, August 13th.
G's got to do something.
I don't want a party or anything like that. I want to just have something.
This guy. We should have a party like at Applebee's.
No. I'm not a birthday person. So,
yeah.
Like I want to. So I don't know. It's like the two things I really love. And I'm kind of halfway in between Philly and New York at this point. So I'm leaning more towards Yankee Stadium because the Yankees are never home on my birthday. They're always on the West Coast. Seattle.
It's a good game.
Yeah. So I'm contemplating that. So, yeah, there's going to be some baseball. There's going to be a lot of concerts this summer. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure me and you will catch one.
Absolutely. And Adam, I know it's not going to be goose or geese, but would you be willing to join us on any of these shows?
Yeah, I think I would. I might be interested in Billy Idol.
At Mohegan Sun? Does that mean I have to do an overnight with Adam? Be careful, Adam. Jeff might turn the lights off and put on Overture and have a fucking pillow fight with you.
Right.
Adam. That's fucking amazing. How'd you do that? It's such a terrible picture of me, too. Look at the guys.
Oh, that's my new screensaver for Jeff.
He was quiet back there that whole time.
I expect that in my text in a minute, Adam.
Yeah. And do you know what that T-shirt is?
It's your new shirt, isn't it?
No, that shirt, that is Erasure, which is also a very gay band.
Erasure. It looks like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons.
Ned Flanders?
Yeah.
No, that's Erasure. I love Erasure.
All right, I trust you.
That's funny. That's a good way to end the show. I can't top that.
No, we're out. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Enjoy, and we'll catch you next time. Listen, guys. If you have any questions or anything about concerts or anything, you can always feel free to hit us up in the comments or hit us up on any type of a social media. All right. Also, it's taken off at Sean, this dad joke of the day. I don't know what's been happening the last couple of weeks, but on Instagram, the dad joke of the day.
I can't do it.
Dad joke of the day.
I can't.
It'd be nice.
I open up
if every now and then you comment and shared.
No, I make comments. You see, I make comments. Yeah,
it all helps the algorithm.
Well, yeah. Now I won't make comments, even if they're nasty. If that's going to boost your views, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's
not contributing. Well, if I associate my name to it, of course, it's going to get more views. You know what I mean? So. Whatever.
Well, you are a very big comic.
All right, come on. I'm tired. I gotta get up at 4:00.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.